Hello, my name is Tracy Gergich, and I am the Didactic Program in Dietetics, also known as DPD, Director. You're watching this video because you've determined you want to become an RD. And maybe you're watching this because you're in a current ASU online nutrition degree and you found out that it's maybe not the direct route to become an RD like you originally thought. Or maybe you just want to become an RD and you're in any degree and you're not really quite sure of the process. So this video will go over the different pathways that you can take to achieve your goal to become an RD, regardless of your bachelor's degree program. So let's first talk about the traditional route to become an RD or also RDN. Those are interchangeable. They're the same. Sometimes some individuals use registered dietitian and some use registered dietitian nutritionist. They're both recognized as the same credential. So how do you become one of these? Well, the traditional route is you complete a bachelor's degree in an accredited didactic program in dietetics or DPD. Arizona State University, we do have a DPD program, but it is only offered in person or on ground. So you would have to attend classes at our downtown campus. Current students in the online nutrition degree do not meet DPD requirements at this time. So if you were to complete a DPD program the traditional way, then that's your first step. Your second step is you apply and match to complete a dietetic internship. And then the third step is you sit for the national board exam to obtain your credential. It should be noted that as of January 1st in 2024, all candidates will need a master's degree in order to sit for the board exam. So not only will you need a bachelor's degree from step 1, but you will also need to have that internship along with a master's degree to sit for the board exam. So what are your options to become an RD if you have an online nutrition degree, maybe specifically from ASU? You have a couple options. First option is you come and complete the rest of the required DPD courses with us at ASU at our downtown Phoenix campus. If this is an option for you, if you're living in Arizona and you are in the Phoenix metro area, this might be a good option for you to complete. And if you would like to do this, you need to contact your ASU advisor for details. They can review your current transcript and determine which courses you need to take in order to complete the DPD requirements and receive a verification statement. Your second option, if option 1 isn't a viable choice for you, is to find an online accredited DPD program. And there are a few of them that are out there. You can locate these programs on the Ascend directory page. I have included the website here. If this website's too long for you to write down or the link isn't active, all you need to do is do a Google search for Ascend, A-C-E-N-D. This stands for the Accreditation Council of Education in Nutrition and Dietetics. It's essentially the agency or the organization that oversees all of the credentialed programs that provide the pathway and the education to become a dietitian. So you'll want to review or go to this website, look for the accredited programs directory. Once you get there, you'll select didactic programs in dietetics from the type of program, and then you'll want to make sure you select or click distance option on the right-hand side. This will populate all of the online DPD programs that are available. At the time of this recording, there are 3 programs available to you to take online programs. Depending on when you're watching this, there might be more in the future. Your third option, if option 1 and 2 don't work for you, is to find a future education model program graduate. These programs are a little bit unique. I'll get into more about what they are in the next slide. But you'll need to look for these programs that do not require a verification statement. Remember, a verification statement is a statement that indicates that you have completed all of the DPD courses of that university and that you essentially are ready to move to the next step of an internship. Many of the future education model programs do not require a verification statement, but they require a set of prerequisites like organic chemistry, biochemistry, etc. The programs will vary in what prereqs they require, so you will need to do a little bit more research into that piece. And at the end of this video, we're going to take a look at 2 different programs, and I'm going to show you where you find the information, or around about that information of what prereqs you would need to take. So some of you may need to take a few additional classes before you're ready to apply to a future education model graduate program. All right, so what are these programs? They're also known as FEMGs. That's essentially their short acronym, Future Education Model Graduate. They're fully accredited programs by Ascend, and they combine both a master's degree and a dietetic internship. So it's meeting that requirement that's going to be necessary starting in January of 2024. They provide students with required supervised practice hours to sit for the exam in addition to that master's degree. Types of master's degree will vary depending on the program. Some examples include master's in nutritional science, a master's in public health, master's in dietetics, etc. The master's name will vary, so you'll just want to look at the program requirements and determine if it's a good master's degree fit for you. These programs are typically 2 to 3 years in length, as usually you have 1 to 2 years to complete your master's degree, and then approximately a year to 9 months to complete your supervised practice. Some of these programs do offer distance and online options. It should be noted that if you go this route, typically students are required to set up their own preceptors and rotations in their local area to meet the 1,000 supervised practice hours. This is a requirement for that internship piece in order to sit for the RD exam. So these require a little bit more work because you, the student, are finding your preceptors, such as finding a hospital location to complete your clinical rotations, finding food service rotations, so say at a school or at a hospital to complete your food service rotations, as well as finding community preceptors such as WIC or the state public health or the like to meet your community practice hours. And then the master's degree would be completed online at that university. So how do you find one of these programs? Again, you would go to the Ascend directory page. The website is listed here. Instead of selecting DPD, you will then select Future Graduate Program under Program Type. You can select the state you're interested in attending, as this website is really selected or filtered by state. So you can select the state you're interested in attending, or you can keep that section blank to allow for all the different programs available to populate. If you're looking for that distance option, you would want to maybe keep that state option blank and then click Distance Education as an option on the right-hand side to find a few online or distance options. So we're going to look at a couple different FEMG programs that are available right now. These are by no means saying these are the only ones available or ones that we endorse or indicate you should attend. It's just to simply give you an example of how these websites are set up. So once you find an FEMG that you're interested in off of the Ascend program, you'll want to click on the program's website to determine and find out, first of all, do they require a verification statement? What prereqs do they require? Along with all of the required information on how to apply to their program. You'll want to note the program application due dates, as they do vary. And you'll also want to note the types of information that they're going to require. Often they'll ask for all of your transcripts, letters of recommendation, maybe even a personal statement to indicate why you're a good fit for their program and why you're interested. Okay, the requirements will vary, so it's really important to review all of the program admissions criteria. So at this time, we're going to review these programs. So the first one we're going to look at is NAU. This is a Master's of Public Health option. They're a future education model And I'm going to scroll down to show you the admissions requirements. Of course, every program webpage is going to be set up a little bit differently, but you'll most often be able to find admissions requirements on every webpage somewhere. Okay, so their admissions requirements, you must hold a bachelor's degree from a four-year institution, so an online degree would be perfectly acceptable here. They do require a 3.0 GPA or better. And then they do have a required set of prerequisite courses. So they don't require a verification statement. Rather, they require these set of prereqs. So they want you to take a semester of basic statistics, a semester of general chemistry, a semester of organic chemistry, a semester of anatomy and physiology, a semester of microbiology, an introductory nutrition course. So for those of you at Arizona State, maybe in the online nutrition degree, this would be your NTR 241. So you would have met this requirement. They also want you to have a semester in food safety or sanitation, or have a current ServSafe certification. So for some of you, you may not have all of these courses or the certifications completed, and you would maybe need or would require you to take an extra semester to get these courses completed prior to applying. The other program I wanted to show you is Rutgers. Rutgers University was an original FEM graduate program. I'm sorry, I'm going to scroll up here. So they provide you an entry-level Master's of Science in Clinical Nutrition. This is an online didactic coursework, so the program provides online information or online programs. So all of your coursework would be taken online. I'm going to scroll down to just show you what their requirements are. They do have a nice video tour of their program. And again, they're going to show you program highlights, but I'm going to click to admissions criteria. Okay. They do have a local or remote track. So if you are in the area, Rutgers is located in New Jersey. So if you are local, you could apply to their local track. The remote track offers different opportunities that are outside of Rutgers. They do have a variety of different locations that are included in this supplemental application. Essentially, if you're a remote track for Rutgers, you need to be willing to relocate for the clinical rotations or your internship. They're saying in late March through December to complete those rotations. Okay, so that's something to be noting of. Here's their admission requirements. It should be noted, this program does require a DPD verification statement. So if you were to go with option 1 or 2 in my original list of different ways to become a dietitian, so say you come back to ASU and you complete them in person, those DPD courses, or you find an online program and complete those DPD courses to receive that verification statement, you would then be eligible to apply to Rutgers program, because you would have that verification statement. Okay. So, and then they have a couple different other requirements, GPA of 3.0, their letters of recommendation, etc. Okay. So there are a variety of different options for you to qualify for internships or to qualify to become an RD in the future. And it doesn't necessarily mean you had to get that verification statement. It just depends on the FEMG program that you select. Okay, so with that, hopefully that answers a few of your questions, or at least the pathway to become a dietitian if you did not go the traditional route. Feel free to reach out to me directly with any questions that you might have, and I'm happy to walk through the process again or help you locate some FEMGs that will meet your needs and meet your goals to become a dietitian. And my email address is located here. So tracy.gergich@asu.edu. Thanks so much.